That's a really cool landscape. Just a really good horizon. It is funny because on some level, these landscapes do kind of look like just a bunch of toys that have all like fallen over, just kind of got dumped everywhere. So it's kind of like the place that just collapsed everywhere, like all the leaning towers and everything. But yeah, standing there at that place, it's like a really like striking visual. It's cool. You should not have chased me. That was a bad call. Morth ruins, and then somewhere there's going to be up there, right? Right, there's little icons on the map that tell you where you get the maps. Haven't had to think about that for a while. A lot of camps to keep an eye out. Map's definitely getting big in a way that's going to be harder to manage. That's a normal bloodstain. I thought it looked like writing at first. A bit different. Hello, deep hole. Let's get off Torrent. He's going to get me killed. No surprises allowed. Okay, there is a ground floor entrance here. The Shattered Stone Talisman. It's the one by all the Shattered Stones. Raises potency of kicking and stomping skills. Shattered Linchpin Stone. I wonder how it holds together. You think it would, like, collapse everywhere. Linchpin stones are spiritual anchors said to hold the ground in place and quell the fury of earthquakes. When this one shattered, the surrounding town fell into the broken earth. One account claimed that the moon itself had come tumbling down. Probably not. So, Hoarfrost Stomp and also, like, kicking skills. Actually, the martial arts stuff we just got doesn't have a kicking skill. The skill is a little explosion. Dane's hat. The sun-faded and lightly soiled hat of Dryleaf Dane, worn low over the eyes, it obscures the wearer's vision. Meeting the gaze of another can overcome the senses, often leading to the downfall of those who walk the noble and solitary seeker's path. It felt intuitive that I would get a thing that increases your kick power right after getting a martial arts weapon. But I don't think it actually accomplishes that, because it's not the ability that thing had. I don't know if you can go down there. I'm like, clearly people have been down there. I'm just not sure I believe any of this is livable. That's a very dubious looking spot there. You can clearly go down there, but you might have to go down there via some other passageway. And yeah, there's a message down there, but you can't read it to know whether or not the message is how you survive or not. This is a great moment to be unsure about the fall damage in this game. Oh, I made it. Okay. Try here. You know what, buddy? You get a rating. I almost never stop to rate things. Ooh. I was also going to try that rock up there. Huh. Be wary of jumping. Yeah, I don't know about that one. It's always been a little tough, but I think it was a little easier to tell what was a survivable jump in previous games because it was a much shorter distance that would kill you. Illusory Wall made a whole video about it, but like the fall damage is really weird in this game. In particular, just because like you can fall a shockingly long distance without dying or even taking any damage at all, and then you very abruptly take lethal damage. I don't remember the exact... Ah, I wasted the wrong flask. I don't remember the exact numbers, but like it seems like I think it was narrow, like 16 feet doesn't kill you, doesn't hurt you, but 20 feet kills you instantly or something like that. And I think you were not able to do anything to offset the damage, like having more health or so on, or having heavier, lighter armor. I think it affected the damage calculation for the range in which you take damage, but I think that the don't take damage threshold and die instantly threshold was still the same numbers no matter what. Like, on one hand, it would technically be a bad thing to take more damage sooner, but on the other hand, it'd be a little bit easier to gauge fall damage, or how far you could get away with falling if you took some damage, because then you would have like some kind of perspective, like, oh, I was that close to dying. But even there, like, if you look at how much damage you take from dying, it's not in any way helpful for calculating how close you were to dying. Like, it's not like a... Can't be like, oh, I half died. That must have been like how far I could fall. Which itself would also not make sense, because falling in real life is it's an accelerated process, 9.8 meters per second acceleration, whole thing. That's the gravity of Earth. I guess technically this is an Earth. Or it might not be. All this to say that I think that there's just a reason people have been confused by fall damage. Didn't expect enemy. What does that mean? Is the rope gonna be a surprise? I think I saw concept art for ages ago for a ladder mimic, and that was terrifying. Like the ladder itself is a tongue, so you climb the ladder and it coils up and captures you and swallows you up at the top of the ladder. Didn't expect enemy? Bonnie Village. Jars? Bonnie Village. Okay, well this was a whole thing. I was looking at that water, I'm like, that looks suspiciously like an ear. That kinda does too. Alright. I said didn't expect enemy, but then no enemy appeared. I don't know what that meant. I thought that'd be an ambush at the top of the stairs. A lot of jars hanging down. The same sobbing figures. Confusion? Oh, you can't pick this one. Weird. Oh, it's a skull. Wondering what was happening there. I think I've heard there's like a spawning algorithm for the skulls. That they might not even be consistent from player to player. You don't have to attack me. I'd gladly ignore you all. Greater potentate. It is a potentate. Because this does seem to be a jar village. Did they kill all of the jars? Or are these the souls? I think I just climbed out of the jar. Even though it has a lid. So he climbed through the lid. Maybe because they're not solid? They're like ghost things? I think all of the sobbing shadow people might be like... They might be the innards of the jars, like the ghosts are haunting them, and that's why they always glow and have a particular ethereal appearance. It's highlighting how upsetting the jar people are, which we always kind of knew, because like they're full of bodies. Like you meet Alexander and it's like, I'm a warrior jar. You're like, that's quirky, he's a funny jar, that's weird. How does a jar even be a person? That's crazy. And then you're like, I'm full of corpses. I'm like, excuse me? And now we're just like seeing all of the haunted beings that are all surrounding each jar. They're all the many, many lives lost in the process of creating one jar. Ow! Maneater Mildred, stop it! Oh, that's spooky. No. Lightning. People are throwing stuff at me. Stop it! Only 3K. He was just a dude. Unique weapon, though. I don't know if we've seen that particular weapon yet. It had a dedicated sharpening animation, which I assume was making it do more damage temporarily or something, but it definitely is just like... It has a certain intimidation factor to it, just sharpening your weapon at people like that. Bonnie Butchering Knife. In Bonnie Village. They just have a butchering knife. So do they kidnap or capture nearby people to use in the jars? That's not a very long fall. You can probably survive that. Don't know how I'd get in and out. I'm not totes clear on whether this is all an afterlife or not. That would potentially indicate why all these people are here. How do you get in and out of being down there? That side looks like? Okay. Let's go ahead and explore then. I'll try to remember that bridge for later. My speaking voice is struggling a bit lately. So no Elden Ring? So no head? Nope, dogs. They got the living jars. Was that one note just to point out the fact that there was a fucking tumbleweed there? Ooh. That's an important find. I appreciate that in a way they kind of have once again reintroduced sort of like heart piece slash bottle upgrades as rewards for exploration. So you have one thing that upgrades your stats as you find them. So you can mainline. It creates an interesting dynamic too. Like if you're being a speedrunner type that's like blitzing the game as fast as possible, then you're going to be at a stat disadvantage and you're going to really have to like work for it and earn it, which if you're that kind of player is the kind of challenge you're waiting for. But for everybody else, they get to like slowly explore the entire environment and wander around and find stuff, and as they find those things, they will get ahead on the stat curve in that way and be more capable, more assisted in taking out the bosses. This does encourage them to use a particular style of world layout where you have to beat certain remembrance bosses in order to access the next like hub of the world. Because if they set it up so that you can wander around the entire environment at the beginning of the game and they don't restrain you at various choke points, then they will completely lose track of the difficulty scaling. Because you as a player will be able to just wander the entire map and grab every single one of these items at the beginning and immediately max out your stats before you fight a single one of the bosses. Which is technically self-inflicted or something, but also like, I don't love having the option to go that off the rails, because that does lead to me potentially getting bottlenecked and struggling and being like, maybe I'd do better if I had more of those upgrades, though. Maybe I should, like, wander deep into the future zones and kind of pre-spoil them, and then finally go back and fight the earlier bosses while I'm overly upgraded from those. I don't know. That stuff feels slightly odd. We are way up here. Those look like crosses down there. They might just be the nighttime things, and not the big glowing ones that I'm looking for. Yeah, I noticed that, because at first I found it odd that you could go past the dancing lion boss without doing them all. But now I notice that they did it a little differently, where, like, you can go past the dancing lion boss and still go and explore the world and continue forward. But I think you do have to beat Rolana to get to this half of the map. Yeah, to get past here, I think Rolana was a choke point for the map's layout. I could be wrong. There might be some way to get around through here or something. I think that this was too much of a fall, though, at the time. But if Rolana is a choke point to getting to this half of the map, that means that you need to, like, that they expect you to beat Rolana with this number of however many crosses are in that zone, or other sources of that upgrade. Erdtree chunks. The Tooth Whip. Gross. And kind of cool. It scales with dex. It causes poison build up. Whip bestrewn with rotting, misshapen teeth, filthy and seething with disease. The teeth are embedded in the whip and dose the victim with deadly poison upon each strike. As the wounds ripen, they grow inflamed and ooze pus. The flesh of shamans was said to meld harmoniously with others. Ugh. Unique skill, painful strike. Chastening whip strike, honed to maximize pain. Chastening? Like a groin shot? Temporarily reduces the rate at which stamina recovers, thus does the pain encourage obedience. Bonnie Butchering Knife. Weapon of the greater potentates of Bonnie Village. An outsized butcher's cleaver used to dismember human bodies and the making of the great jars stored in the jails. Restores a very small amount of HP when it squarely strikes an enemy. Hone Blade. Perform a stroking action to sharpen blade, honing its cutting edge and increasing amount of HP. Recover the greater potentates treasure the tools of their practice. Shadow sunflower, a large flower that blooms facing the Erdtree. These flowers, veiled in shadow and covered in impenetrable thorns, are suffused with profound holiness, much akin to the Erdtree itself. Golden arcs, sorcery of the Inquisitors of the Tower. It's a sorcery? Oh, it is an incantation. Wielded as an incantation of the spiral. A swing of the arm releases a procession of golden arcs, and charging enhances potency. The arc resembles barbs, a known symbol for coercive questioning. Yeah, I can use this. It's a faith spell. For pity's sake, your place is in the jar. Nigh sainthood itself awaits you within. For shamans like you, this is your lot. Life were you accorded for this alone. That's upsetting. Yep. People live to go in the jar.
I feel like this might be a commentary on some kind of religious doctrine, but when I say that, people get angry at me.
Because they hate mild criticism and also media literacy, but oh well. That is a grace, which tells me I should go back to the previous grace and check out that other bridge, because this is definitely going somewhere. That wind makes me nervous that something's going to happen to this bridge. Let's head back to Bonnie Village. It's a bit dark around here, but I can always glow orange. You'll never lose me on the screen. Yeah, it's not a happy noise. Be wary of pack of wolves. No, I hate them. Oh, there's so many of oh, it was right there. There's so many of them right in front of. Ooh, someone's dying somewhere. No. Why is this a recurring enemy? Of all the things you brought into your beautiful world. Ooh, a dungeon. I can't wait to find out that it's full of those things. And another Bonnie Jail. So I don't think that Yosh is going to be an amazing summon. I don't know, maybe something will be specifically weak to ice. Oh, time for another one of these. Alright, let's see how well this weapon fares against jar people, I guess. There's a purple item in there, taunting me. What strikes me is that the jar people look like Miquella to me. But I don't really know what Miquella looks like super clearly. I'm just going off of, like, the concept art. Not the concept art, the key art. Ow. Again? Ow. That was not the sweet ambush I thought it was going to be, apparently. Probably should have kept committing to my really heavy attack. Overall, though, I think I'm not particularly loving this weapon for these guys. Probably going to go back to the scythe for this one. Especially if I die. I can't jump that high. Oh, ladder? Ladder. You climb up to that, to get that place at some point. But yeah, there's key art of this game of a person with blonde hair holding a sword in front of their face. It's like the promo art. So, and based on how little you can recognize somebody blocking their face, or otherwise represented via statues, it kind of seems like Miquella. So it makes me wonder if the jars or the jails are all manifesting Miquella's appearance. Almost like it's all some kind of advanced, large-scale attempt at cloning Miquella or something. Or if Miquella's influence is somehow, like, manifesting on the jars. I'm just kind of flailing here for ideas. But there is the pre-existing thing where I think it's... Was it Godwin or Godfrey? One of the god people is spreading everywhere with their death root, and like actual creatures around the world are turning into their appearance. There's stuff east. Like the backs of crabs, various walls are all kind of growing faces on them from that character. It probably won't be the same mechanic exactly, but there's precedent for at least the idea of one of these significant characters manifesting everywhere. Oh! But this is definitely just all me, mostly just kind of running with the idea that basically these jar flesh gross things. Try rolling and praise the bug. Wait, that sounds like a good way to get stuck or something. This is all me just running with the idea that they have a very distinct appearance. And generally speaking, when people are just some dude... Chaos ahead? Uh-huh. Oh, it's gonna it's gonna keep it queued up me joining this zone over and over again. Huh. Alright. I might have just queued up so many of that audio happening. Oh god. Calm down. And that would have been where I saw it, so there's an item, yep, over here. Stalwart Horn Charm +2. God, who knows how many times I just oscillated in and out of the barrier of this temple. Oh, there it goes. Every time I would have oscillated through the barrier, it probably queued up another instance of that. Wow, that was wild. I want to go home and then edge. At first glance, I thought they meant want to go home and jump off a cliff, because that's what you're looking at when they make that joke. Whatever that is, whatever they're going for there. But then I did have the thought where I'm like, wait, do they mean they just want to go home and they want to edge? Spend hours edging. Oh. Well, have fun. Oh. Ooh! No, I'm choking on it. That's so gross. It's made of actual... It's actually... That's so gross. It's made of gore. I don't want to choke on it. This isn't one of those fun hentai slimes. It's made of corpse. I'm in danger. We hold right. Oh. No boss. They'll probably go that way, so let's check the other direction for anything I might have missed. Oh, there's so many now. It might go very poorly if I get caught. Be wary of up, yup. Oh, cool. It's just a broken rune and nothing else here. It's like at this point they're thumbing their nose at the idea that you'd even have rewards in a place like this. Like, what? You thought going to the worst place in the entire setting would have like a cool item? No, you just went to the worst place. Why'd you do that? Oh, that's a lot of bodies. That's a lot of bodies. It is the jar jail. So just a lot of upsetting death happening here. At some point, do people start to get like a little off put by just the sheer number of mass death on an unfathomable scale imagery that's being used in these games? Just, oh my goodness, man. This whole level is corpses. The whole floor is corpses. Calm down. It's just evocative. Like, I'm gonna wake up? Yeah, he is. And the loot's trash. But once again, I don't really want to fight every single one of you. A Lost Ash of War. Technically a usable item. Or to some of the other things. I would like to leave now. Bye-bye. I found a new poopy hole to be in. Yay! Okay, we'll see if Yosh has niche uses. Maybe someone will be weak to ice or something. But not super surprisingly, as far as Ashes of War goes, he's relatively fragile. Then again, that was a nightmare boss. Tish was also falling apart, which is a bummer because I kind of feel cooler using Tish than using the Mimic tier, because the Mimic tier is just so infamous for what it is. Using anything else kind of feels cooler, even if Tish is just their own like often recommended, basically meta character, because they have the Black Flame. Ah! No! 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 This is the beginning again? Yep. The pot's moving! Wait, have I been here before? Maybe not. And then seek 2 high up. I thought this was the room where they ambushed from that side earlier. It's not a hidden path. I think they might have copy-pasted the room, because I would have come from that direction. I don't think there's a way to come from that direction. I'm mixing it up with a different location. Ow. Really thought they were going to die of that. I came back for this, and it's also a dead end. So there's nowhere else to go. Gotcha. You know, this is a dead end that leads to this pot. It's going down. If I stay on it, will it go back up? I was gonna say it came from up. Helm of Night. The Armor of Night set. That's gonna be confused with Knights. Although calling it the Night set is very funny. Someone coming for me? Huh? Footsteps are behind that gate. Gotcha. Bottomless Greaves. Thank God. Cool to the touch. Flowing lines in the seeming shape of a fingerprint adorn the surface, imprisons the wearer in utterly lightless dark. Bestowed upon those born deep underground, ordaining them as sword hands of night. None of the pieces have a different description. Stalwart Horn Charm +2. Ceremonial accoutrement worn by Horn Scent vastly raises robustness, which governs bleed loss and frost. Oh, they explained it to me. Horns are sublime artifacts to Horn Scent, and their presence confirms the belief that they are chosen people. Only the repeated sprouting of fresh horns can create a tangled horn, which is viewed as irrefutable proof of primacy. The Armor of Night. The lamer armor. Some other shit. Kinda cool. Whoa. Dang. What? Oh yeah, I do have D's armor. Wind armor. It's so weird having just a person sticking out of your clothes. This looks very different without the rest of it showing up. Oh, there's that bit's there. Part with all the scales. I can wear a deathbed dress. It really shows off my horrible scars. The arms spread out. Look at them. To accommodate giant belly. It's funny. Sup? Ah. I just need to run away at that point. I keep thinking I can get the attack off. The Shield of Night. And that rounds out the set. Shield awarded to Sword Hands of Night, cast in a bottomless black from which no light can escape. The outer surface is only semi-corporeal, providing reliable defense against attacks that are not physical in nature. Revenge of the Night unleashes the dark of night imbued with magic power. If used immediately after blocking an incoming attack, its power is absorbed, bolstering the strength of the skill. Incoming attack. That's interesting. So it has like a parry mechanic. I forgot. Was I able to use this weapon? Oh, I didn't buy the dual blades, did I? Because they were... Right, because I have to consider if I want to buy them or not. I mean, I'm more likely to buy the dual blades than I am to use the giant AoE spell, because that would require me to be an int caster, whereas the dual blades scale with everything. I wonder if both weapons scale with strength and dexterity equally, but then one of them scales more with int, and the other one scales more with faith. That would potentially make sense. Each one has a different element. Okay, this is the one you actually use to get down. And there's the button that calls it. This guy's about to be aggro, isn't he? Is he trying to pretend to hide? Oh! Ah! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I got more. Give me a minute. I got Sunny D. No! Bad. Don't do that. Stop doing that. Put that out. I don't like that you're baiting me to forget about this guy that has glowing eyes. Is definitely gonna come after me. It's interesting how much you can tell that there are just certain enemies in this game that are like programmed to be a ranged guy instead of a melee guy. It's like those crossbow users that probably can technically pull out a sword when you get close to them, but they would so stubbornly keep shooting crossbow bolts at me even when their AI seemingly couldn't even manage to like turn towards me correctly. They would just stand still and watch their teammates die instead of adapting in any way. Ow. Rude. Alright, well. Oh, there's the boss chamber. Well, that's good. Because I am out of resources. I'm not doing great with this weapon here. Should have just paused the game at any point and switched to my scythe. I'm tired of you guys. Go away. Stop. Nope, can't do it now. Stop! God damn it. Just like an obnoxiously huge AoE for what it is, with delayed impact. Mean. Oh, I'm all the way back at the beginning. Okay. Not order of acquisition. We want attack power. I could really use like a favorite system. Just put all the weapons I actually use in this menu. I don't have to like relocate them. Boop. Okay, that clearly goes somewhere, but if I fuck this up I lose a lot of souls. So maybe let's go check it back out after I finish this dungeon. For now I need to... Yeah, this is the room that they copy-pasted, because over there was where the pot elevator happened. So they copy-pasted that whole room. We're going the cave way this time. But yeah, I'll try to remember to check out that pot path at the beginning. But I don't want to fuck up the platforming and then lose all of my souls. Well, this is the dead end. The turn was in this room. Yep. trying to keep an ion up the whole time. Alright, back in the jar hole. A lot of value in running back instead of fighting back because now I've got all these resources. I have so much mana and health. Ugh. Long run. I might have to fight everyone here because they might jump down at me. No 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 no. Oh, I escaped all that damage. Oh, really? How'd you grab me out of the air? Damn. Okay. Where are you? Yeah, where's the jar that actually was causing all those problems? There it is. God damn it. Wow. Okay, yeah. I see why this was working well before, because they get stun locked by this weapon. What a difference that makes. That's part of what's so terrifying about fast enemies in these games, is that they usually get stun lock powers over you, even though they're using fast weapons. But you usually don't get that same dynamic. Usually if you use a fast weapon, no one gets stunned, and so they just hit you back. The viability gets called into question. Okay, there's the stake. That's a good sign. Is it one of those the ring people? Uh-huh. Sure is. Oh, I'm so bad at fighting these guys. And now one of them's a boss fight. That was a lot of damage I just did. Man. Okay. Getting your lock-on canceled is rough. Oh my god, my health. Uh-huh. Jesus, okay, let's see if I can get any luck from shield. Item type, just blanked on how to find shields for a second there. I haven't really used shields playthrough, so I don't exactly have a favorite. sure are ones I can't wield. The jellyfish shield. Ah! No! What? Ah! 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 That sucks. They attack you where you spawn. Oh, that's the one I've apparently upgraded before. I wish there was a grace, because then I could check whether or not I have any spells that make artificial light, since that's what the holy characters often have in other games. It would be interesting if any of them look like they glow on their own. But I don't know if we can do anything about the darkness they put on the world. Besides holding out a... Alright, so I can't use my weapon art when this is out, though. God damn it, it was so easy. Do I need to bring back shield meta? I should probably find a two-handed... I should probably find a faith scaling... a faith scaling light greatsword? Is that what they're called? The new weapons that seem neat? Because that you can probably have one of those in one hand and a shield in the other and have that work well. This technically works, it's just really awkward. If it looks goofy to use a scythe with one hand to me. It's funny, I moved on from shields so long ago, but I probably needed to embrace them more in Elden Ring because of how much people are just like a flurry of blows. Like, you can, in fact, block them. It's such a confusing trajectory for the franchise because, like, they literally had an item description in Bloodborne that claimed that shields engender passivity or something, passivity. And so it seemed like they were trying to go away from that, and then they made Sekiro where that just doesn't have shields at all, obviously. And after Bloodborne not having them. But I feel like they're going maybe back towards shield gameplay. Like, I probably could have adapted to a lot of fights better if I used shields more. It just feels so weird. I also I think I remember getting to an element of Dark Souls 2 and 3 where as you got deeper into some of that stuff, they were also starting to feel like they were punishing shields more and more. Like, enemies were getting so good at breaking your guard that it felt ineffective to use a shield. I'm almost at 50-50-50, and then I'll be racing my endurance. There's probably more to my build I could be looking into. I'm just kind of continuing the trajectory I seemingly was on before. Let's see where this leads. It is moving. Be wary of left. A little late. No! I tried to use my weapon art, but I was shield. What? That's a bug, I think. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Just shove me? Rude. I feel like crits should be more effective than they often are. I guess they went the approach of making crits a thing you have to build yourself. What the fuck? I guess they took the approach of making crits something you have to build your character for now. It's weird because staggering people and causing them to enter a state where you can crit them is a universal thing, but depending on what weapon you have, it may or may not actually be effective to crit anybody. Definitely with the ciphers, it's more effective for me to just keep comboing them while they're stunned than it is to actually try to use the execution, which is incredibly weak. To the point where it feels like a prank. Nothing else around here? What did I get? Curseblade Mira, summon spirit. Oh god, I can summon one of those creatures now. Ashen remains, blah blah blah, Curseblade spirit. Cursed blades appeared to dance when they spin their shimmering circular blades. These ascetics who failed to become tutelary deities were a scourge for those who attempted to invade the horn-sent homeland. Long ago, before the land was overshadowed by invasion, this scourge was shunned, and the Cursed Blades were imprisoned. It was during this confinement that Mira met Labirith, and upon her death, Labirith was plunged into a devastating darkness. Labirith is who I fought, right? And Mira is the summon I got as a result? Because last time I got a different summon than the person that I actually met. I was trying to review what I got here. I think I got a cracked pot while I was here. Oh, hidden path? I think I got a cracked pot while I was here, and that's what happened. I get focused on actually exploring the shortcuts or secrets or dead ends, and I don't focus so much on what I actually got while I was doing it. I am amazed how effective the shield was. I probably should go back and try to use the shield more against Pontiff Sullivan's new person, R'Lana. See if that would have helped at all. I don't know, those later phases got really intense. Oh right, this was all off this path, so I should actually be teleporting to the other Grace. Right, there's also a bunch of other directions to go in all the way back where I first branched off from fighting R'Lana. It was like all the way back here. Yeah, real quick, let's get the damn map fragment. Seems to be in a different region entirely or something. It's just like right down there. Well, this place is looking very yellow today. There it is. You don't get to read the writing on these. There's the distant cross I approached. Oh yeah, now this is all filled in. You can see Bonnie. The whipping hut. This one looks like it's down somewhere else, so I'm probably not going to be getting there today. It looked so close to the other one, especially compared to the distances I was covering before. Okay, let's cross. That's definitely the next keep, and there's a whole back branch down here leading to that. It looks like the tentacle things from earlier. I really got to catch the loading screen that describes the tentacle things. I keep missing it because it comes and goes. That looks like a whole university or something, which I guess is where I was headed. Bridge leading to the village is probably this village, though. We did Bonnie Jail. There's a place upstairs. Let's try to approach that from the ruins and see if that goes somewhere. Previous one was still there. Okay. So this is around where I fought the martial artist. Dragon! Isn't that the same one I already fought? I don't really want to fight it again. Can you guys win for me? And I just take the loot? Ghost Flame Dragon. Is that even a different one? Whatever. It's a world boss that's recycled. Let's just go ahead and use anything I can. I would love the random people not to attack me while I fight the dragon, but I feel like they're going to randomly betray me in the middle of the fight. Which, to be fair, I probably will too by accident. Oh god. Yep, they found their new focus. They've attacked my horse. You prick. Oh, they have a lot of health. I don't like that. I'm a little upsetty right now. Oh boy. Purple item? Repeating crossbow. Oh, this prick. Look at this prick. You don't got a horse now. Ha 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 ha. This dragon is not taking damage. I'm about to not have a horse now. How do you fight a giant dragon and then redirect your attention at some dude nearby? Like that's the priority right now. You fucker. You fucker! What a dick. Oh god. Oh, the stomp still does 1,000,000 damage. I don't like this fight. I don't want to juggle fighting this guy with these enemies. I don't love this. You killed my horse. My mimic tear is not lasting. Ugh. Oh, he's shooting at me now. No, you were the chosen one. Oh my god. What? It just comboed me with no recovery? What? That's mean. Alright, well, fuck that fight. Basically torture. It's the same dragon fight I'm sick of, but with just an incomprehensible amount of health. And it's fighting a horde of enemies that every single attempt are gonna respawn, and they're gonna attack me. So I have to do the work of clearing them out, too? Okay. I am content to let this linger on as a set piece upon the horizon. A cool visual that I look but I do not touch. Have fun, y'all. I'm gonna go to the thing that's actually here. Bye. Wow, the entire lighting just changed. Like it's suddenly bright out. Is he chasing me? Bro, I didn't even hit you. You're fighting an army. Why would you chase me? Oh god, it's a oh, there's multiple versions here. I don't love where this is going right now. The virgins are coming out of the woodwork. I'd rather not. TBH. I'll go over here now. Right, what's all this then? Oh, there's an anti-torrent barrier. Right there. Is that accessible? That's just off from the castle front? It was... Oh, this is a whole thing I haven't done yet. That was before Castle Ensis. We need to go there. There's the whole cross. I press B. Huh. Fuck. Cool, bud. Okay. We'll be sure to check that out after this, probably. I left a mark at least. Yeah, that down there's a whole cross. So that's an extra level of power I probably could have had before. Did I even see this? I did not get this. Oh, it's off to the side from the front door. That makes sense. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this first, because I'd be worried about losing track of what I'm doing right now. Don't want to forget about this place. Fort of Reprimand. I've been a bad boy. Oh, is that the Omen Killer? They wear an Omen mask, but they're not an Omen, if I remember correctly. They're the Omen Hunters. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry, but also it looked like it worked out, so fuck you. Oh, I literally cast that by accident. I do not have my shield out right now. The dragon's still freaking out there somewhere. The blessed bone shard times 3. More blessed bone shards. There's a hole in the ground and people die in there. Let's check the normal path first. Prefer to know where that is and do what I can to avoid losing my souls in a place that I've set foot on, and therefore they won't be out of the hole unless I died really fast. Oh, it disappeared. I didn't get to read the message about pooping. It's such a funny joke the 75th time. Dark in here. Nobody. First off fingers and then help me. They're talking about getting their hands stuck in the bear trap. Yep. Ow. Ow. I'm not doing two-handing this. What's the point of not having my shield out if I'm not having two-handing it? Ooh. Secret. I've got a secret. Dun, 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 dun. I feel like I'm gonna get lost. There's a chest in here. This is the back side of the ledge I was under earlier. Flame Drake Talisman +3. Large depiction of an ancient red dragon. Boosts fire negation by the utmost. The ancient dragons who ruled in the prehistoric era before the Erdtree would protect their lord as a wall of living rock. And so it was. And so it is, the shape of the dragon has become symbolic of all manner of protections. Festive grease. What a thing to say. Solidified knot grease made from a mixture of bone shards. Coats armament imparting a festive incantation that grants the wielder a scant few runes on landing attacks. The effect lasts only for a short time. So attacking people gives you more experience. It can't give you a meaningful amount. Last time something said a lot of runes in any context, it was like, it's 1,000! Delightful festival. The delightful festival is an old tradition, one old enough for the Erdtree to tacitly tolerate its endurance. The delightful festival. I wonder if we'll see that. I imagine it's not the same thing as the Radon festival. Fireproof pickled liver. Animal liver pickled in a red medicinal solution temporarily grants large boost of fire negation, blah blah. The effects of the forager's brewed pickled delights are enhanced by the fermentation or rotting of the ingredients, though this results in a pungent odor. Some come to find the aroma irresistible. Blessed bone shard, exceedingly rare to find. Shred of bone with a golden shine. A bone fragment touched by the gold of the Shadow Tree, broken from the remains of the warrior who perished in the realm of the shadow. A blessing such as this is said to be the greatest honor that can be granted to the dead. Beating crossbow. This is the first boss that we fought. Mechanized crossbow that has been fitted with a fan-shaped contraption. The metallic piece adds a reloading system used in the execution of a unique battle art. Repeating fire. Yep, rapid fire bolts. Skadu Altus. The plateau occupied by Messmer's army that peers towards the Shadow Tree to the northeast. Named after its counterpart in the realm of the Erdtree, at its center lies the Shadow Keep. So we're getting really close to the Shadow Keep. But knowing every single game I've played by them for a while now, we're going to get to the Shadow Keep, and then we're going to immediately be told that the door's locked and have to go somewhere else. That's how this tends to go. Don't think I went here yet. Nope, didn't go here yet. There's a ledge back there to drop off of, and there's also the hole to jump into. Are those the virgins upstairs? I think those are the virgins that are still outside, so they can't reach me. I was gonna say this felt like a trap, somehow. Wee woo, 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 wee woo. Fuck! Haha. Boy, that was embarrassing for you. Oh. They keep doing that. They're being so mean. They keep having obvious places where you risk yourself for a reward, then you get there and it's a butthole joke. Offer fingers, butthole. They keep teasing you with the idea of hello. Of getting some kind of reward, and then you get there and you're like, it's just a broken rune. I almost wonder if they'll give you the opportunity to like upgrade those or redeem them somehow, like heal them, and they actually are rewardable if you don't spend them all or throw them away, which I feel like I might have done actually. I might have spent a whole handful of them just to try to upgrade something. Rude. We'll keep just barely surviving. Dick move, TBH. I'm above the same hole as earlier. There does not appear to be an elevator. It seems like a place where there would be one. Is this what the shortcut is for? Or not the grace is for? Didn't expect boss. Says didn't expect boss, therefore weak enemy head, but it looks like a... Didn't expect boss implies that it's a boss. Is there a parasite on his head? Either way, everything was leading up to this spot, and this is a checkpoint, so let's go check out the other things I meant to check out before I respawn everybody. This looks survivable. Yep. What's in the scary hole? Okay. Wary of close quarters battle. Oh, it's you again. No, don't get caught in that. I was specifically anticipating the triple attack, but I fucked up. America's rune. That seems like a big deal. Or is it just a huge amount of runes? Let's get out of here first. They even went and gave me the big important noise. Like, whoa! What'd you just find? Mesmer soldier ashes. Where they all died. Well, they didn't die here. They were buried here. That's what graves are. This is a whole direction in its own right, isn't it? Huh. Visions of Sorcerer. That's a callback to Dark Souls 1. Big Hat Logan was in one of these body cages. And ever since, people look at them and they just anticipate an elevator. For good reason. Oh, this was a shortcut to here. More or less a shortcut. You fight like one guy and then you end up here. See, I haven't rested yet, right? So all the enemies aren't back. So let us next consider hopping off that ledge. Yep. Oh, there was a ladder here the whole time, so this was not much of a detour. I should have just done it immediately. Ah! Oh, that was bad. I didn't like that. God damn. The spear charges multi-hitting is so terrifying when they catch you off guard like that. Okay, so yeah, there was a ladder the whole time, so this place I could have done immediately without detouring at all. And it's got 8 smithing stone 6s. They're helping out a bit with you being able to go back and actually get to upgrade all the new weapons they're giving you. Like, they identified the fact that they might be hard to use if they don't give you any upgrade resources. Now I'm just looking at that and wondering, like, maybe they should go the next step and just remove upgrades. Just have your character be upgradable. And then you can swap through all the weapons you like. Wouldn't that be fun? And then add a favorite system. So you could more easily find the weapons you want. Because people never throw away their 500 billion weapons that are all redundant. Even if they should. Is that guy gonna... No, he's over there, so he's not gonna jump out here. Oh! I ran out of stamina. Whoop. Ow. Stop spinning at me.
Stop it! Stop it! No!
That was very rude. I don't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate that at all. I was really pummeling them too. So they can be fully stun locked by just me looping this attack. It's very funny. But then I run out of stamina and magic, and that becomes a problem. Ow. Or they can not. They can also not do that. They can just not get stunned. Alright, so I gotta catch them when they calm down, I guess. They're in a bit of a busy flurry at the beginning. I still feel like I have to get my physic in at the beginning, even though I have to go get my souls and dodge the opening attacks, because, like, otherwise he's going to be a problem for me. No, get out of the way. I couldn't do what I wanted to do because it was interacting with messages on the floor. Okay. Just kind of choking on the controls a bit. That's my bad. Ah, this Dark Souls is so lethal now. I was just tripping up on the controls of switching in and out of using two-hand versus weapon, because my weapon art is in two-hand mode, but the shield lets me block. I also have to remember that blocking is the bumper and the weapon art's the trigger. Trying to get those mixed up. All while trying to get my souls. This time it didn't hit me back, so I could just take advantage. Ow. Ow. Alright, we did alright. Call that a weak foe. How dare you? I mean, he didn't, like, break my spirit, but... fucking aggro. I need like 8,000 more souls to level, which is easy to do. So let's do aspects of the Crucible. Wings. Usable on swords and polearms capable of thrusting, colossal weapons accepted. Grants affinities and skills to an armament. But aspect of the Crucible. Wings. Skill originates from the life forms of the Crucible. Grow a pair of wings and take to the air before diving down on a foe weapon first. A spinning attack is performed when wielding Twin Blade. It has a Twin Blade variant specifically. What a wild attack. It's gotta be like really uncontrollable in some context, like they're gonna go flying off a cliff, right? Anyway, I have a bunch of items to read through now that I did that. Yep, America's Rune is here. The different shadow runes have different descriptions. No wonder Grace shines ever so brilliantly. The soldiers who joined the crusade were rewarded with grace aplenty. Golden remnants of the grace personally bestowed by Queen America to the heroes that joined the crusade for her. The brilliance of Queen America's grace blinds even the very best. So it's the super shadow rune. Because there was also a super regular rune, if I remember correctly. 80,000, like damn, okay. Suddenly we're being serious about this. This might not be enough. Nerp. You're beautiful. $50. Is it even worth hitting 50 decks? I don't know. Let's see. believe endurance is the one. Yeah, it's your equip load and your stamina. Obviously, it would help be able to get more stamina. More FP wouldn't hurt either, considering I use arts. Just feels like they'd be a hell of a grind to get to be that high. Common soldier grieves. A pitch-dark soot clings to it, much like the inner faces of the men who wore them. The inner faces. They're ugly on the inside. Spirit gravestone. A piece of gravestone that has started to turn into a spirit. Oh. Mainly found in the gravesite plane. In places where the dead have been brought since antiquity, the oldest gravestones turn into spirits, then fade away. So this entire region, then. This whole region has fading gravestones. Those are upsetting. Mesmer soldier ashes. 2 of Mesmer's soldiers. One wields an axe, the other wields a spear. Both of them are adept at charge attacks. These soldiers belong to the ignoble penal battalion and were buried hidden from Erdtree's sight. That's rude. They worked for you. You don't get to be that shamed of them. You're the one that made them who they were. Oh, you don't get to be in the Erdtree's blessing. Fuck you. Iris of occultation. Occultation. An iris that is as dark as night. Place on the eye of another to deny them light in all its forms. Can be used to receive the blessing of an equipped great rune at the cost of all runes currently held. In the realm of shadow, the artifice was employed by the priests of the Erdtree to intensify the fears of their flock to magnify the effect. It's a consumable. Okay. So if I'm interpreting that correctly, basically it's a rune arc, but it's a rune arc that makes you lose all of the runes you currently have, which if you're struggling might be 0. But if you use it the wrong time, you're gonna be having a bad day. Anyway, I should probably pick. I should probably. Oop. Anything back here? I should probably pick a favorite shield and upgrade it. So I'm pretty sure that I was. He's breaking my guard, and to some extent that's going to happen if I block too much anyway. But I imagine since it's only a +4, that it's probably flagging behind on how it scales that stuff. That's probably more stable. Otherwise, don't know what shield I'd want to use specifically though. Obviously something with 100% block. I'm not a creative person. I'm not here to like be nailing all the parries or do really cool tricks and weird magic with my shield. I just want the sturdiest shield that isn't too heavy to that it obliterates my ability to walk around or do anything. Normal goals. The Battlefield Priest's Cookbook. Festive Greece. A record of crafting techniques left by the devout battlefield priests. These keepers of the faith fought bitterly to spread their gospel in the realm of shadow, where there was no Erdtree to gaze upon. We've been all up in here now. And this is where I left off. That's the bridge that will lead up to here. Before I get that far into things, let's check out how to get here, and also I guess this whole zone down here. There's at least one cross I gotta follow up on. Oh, the description is not right. Right, just like how Blythe's screen isn't gonna explain Blythe to you. They have the weird worms on loading screens, but the text is just about whatever. I think last time it might have said something about spirits or something, so I thought it might have been related in some way. But this time it just said bloodstains, and it was just explaining bloodstains. I'm like, oh. Okay. Actually got a couple of paths here. We'll go this way, which is hugging left. Because it was definitely down on a ledge. Got my glove where no one can have it. Never entirely sure whether it's most efficient to explore by following the road or by staying off the road. Probably both. There's just stuff everywhere. A grace? Also? Maybe it just makes lore sense for there always to be a grace by a stake. Oh, there's a character here. I abandon here part of the flesh of my body. Trying to like not have a giant weapon sticking out at these people.
Oh, hello there. Are you the Tarnished? Lady Leda spoke of you. Another Tarnished, guided here by Miquella the Kind. My name is Teolia. I too am Tarnished, and here on kindly Miquella's account. So, well, here's to new beginnings, I suppose. I'm sorry. But, well, I'm not much good at anything is all. I'm as weak as a kitten and thick as two planks. I've always been this way, since the very day I was born. I'm afraid the only thing I'm proficient in is poison. Sorry.
Poison? The Altus Bloom. Deadly poison perfume bottle. So perfume bottle, I'll give you poison buildup. Just spew poison at people. These might be fun items to mix into our multiplayer playthrough. Just have somebody just throwing effects at people all the time.
So, what can I help you with?
But them calling them kindly Miquella again has reminded me of a thing I kept meaning to bring up and keep not quite getting around to. Which is that, like, I talked about the similarities between Ronnie's behavior against Blythe and the rest of her group as being a bit like Griffith from Berserk. But separate from that, I'm also anticipating something here. Because they're really hammering home how kindly Miquella is. And Miquella was already... Well, oh, there's the big evil pain-in-the-ass flower there. Some way to get down all there. They keep really hammering home how great Miquella is all the time. They're the hero that everybody likes. And Miyazaki loves to corrupt heroes and ruin them and trample on them. It would be unlike these games if all this narrative is leaning so heavily on how great and pure Miquella is and everyone loves him and follows him and believes in his plans. And then there's just no rug pull. It would be both unlike Miyazaki and unlike George R.R. Martin to do that. So there's like two separate oh, it's one of those. There's two separate writers involved in this project that would not really have such an uncomplicatedly good character that everyone believes in so much and not have it go wrong. This being a setting that itself is full of people who constantly worship and plead with particular figures that are often grotesque and upsetting. So having a figure that Miquella, like Miquella, where if you dig down, might have something. You right there? They're having a bad time.
The pain.
Are those things about to attack me?
My arms, my legs, each lies a bloody ruin. exquisite pain.
Exquisite pain.
Bale! Vile Bale! Oh, terror incarnate! There is life in me yet! I will soon feast upon your heart! Mark my words! You too shall know fear!
Uh-huh.
The pain. The exquisite pain.
You doing all right, buddy? Uh-huh. Is he down here? Veil blood man? Bale vile blood man? I thought this was a trap, like it was a person pretending to be wounded in the middle of the street or left wounded as bait, and then you go to help them and then everyone attacks. But then I slowly realized that all of the nearby figures are decapitated dragon statues. They are not any of the many things that I might have been worried about them being, really.
No more. I am sorry.
He seems worse.
Oh, come no closer. Oh, the horror. Please. Savage me no further. Please. No more. Spare me your cruelty. Please spare me.
Who's doing this? Resting passes time. I can't tell if it's like an internal thing or an act or what is going on here. If I'm meant to uh-oh. Invaded? Ancient Dragon Man. No. Stop it. Go away. Leave me alone. Got him. Was that related to the other guy? Seems like it would be. We be high up. That's the starting zone. With that guy in it. Figure out how to kill him one of these days. I don't know if he'll be happy now that I beat the guy. This area is full of decapitated dragon statues. And then an ancient dragon man. Which I have a gut reaction to because I think of the ancient dragon when you say that. I'm like, no, please. It's just the worst, one of the worst bosses they've ever made. Its hitboxes are just kind of fucked up. And it's just way too lethal and way too big. It's extremely optional, but just not a fun fight. And it's made even worse somehow by the fact that it's so cheesable. If you just stand between his toes, he stomps over and over again. So you just keep standing in front of between his toes and he stomps. You stand between his toes and he stomps. So you just do like a few attacks in a row to bait his stomp, and then dodge it. Just you can make him just infinitely loop one attack. That fight drove me crazy. His like, hello tumbleweed. Down into the hole you go. Be gone. Like any fight that you can reduce into just being one loop of do this one attack, dodge, do this one attack, dodge. It's probably a bad sign for the quality of the fight. Let's see, so I'm in a hole, so I can't teleport out, right? Is that a no, it's a statue. Pillar path waypoint. Check out this cave in the moment. I want to see what's upstairs, and I also want to see what this guy's deal is.
No more. I am sorry. I repent. Please spare me.
No. Don't know what his deal is exactly. It's hard to parse. This could be another piece of the bird set. Gravelord bracelets. Yep. Grave bird bracelets. There's so many grave birds around. This area is like big enough that I would almost expect to be attacked by a dragon. I am in danger. I didn't really see anything in there. It was like a crevice that I think had nothing in it, and it also doesn't dead end. It doesn't dead end at a cliff like they often do. Just kind of kept going. I'm trying to be thorough, but this place is difficult to be thorough in. In that there's a lack of boundaries by which to mark my exploration. Big tower, though. Can I make that jump? Who shoot fire at me? Is that like a little drake? Or did the birds have projectile attacks I forgot about? No, it's just one of those guys. The suppressing pillar. Gorgeous view, precious item, liar. Try backstepping, then secret passage. It's not, is it? It basically never is in Elden Ring when you're trying to follow up on things you've seen before. Big tower. The very center of the lands between, all manners of death wash up here, only to be suppressed. death washes up here and is suppressed, like, by this tower? This tower specifically is the center of the lands between? The lands between? Oh, hello. The tree got added to the map. Horizontally, which is a little odd. This might be the nearest point, unless this probably goes up here, though. Ancient dragon smithing stone. It's important to get more of those. God, we are way up here. There's the big archway I did at the beginning. Look, there's that little fire guy. He looks so small now. Should be able to see that dragon from here. Yeah, that is a dragon down there. He looks huge. His chest is exploded out. He's hollow. Might as well find out. Don't cost me nothing to be wrong. It's literally a stone pillar. It's not even a floating platform. Would be a dick move from software though to just hide a doorway inside the stone pillar somewhere. But you have to like spot it at the specific moment it happens to come by or something. Womp womp. So we've been down here, then down here, but there's still more up here. No, maybe not. No, this is the local high. Yeah, no, I finished exploring this place. So it's time to return down to another bad hole where bad things happen. Finally. I love shitty holes. They're kind of stumbling in place. The oddly kind of like glowing cave. Be wary of down skeleton. Something waiting behind to attack when you jump down. Oh, there it is. Are they all skeletons? Oh, it's like an animal. It's a demi-human skeleton. He missed me. Haha. Ow. No, you made me miss the attack. I got it anyway. Oh. Okay, skeleton rules apply. You have to make sure you finish them off. Spooky hole? Oh. An altar. There's lions again. Is this an ambush? Hit a path. It's just a sad little dead end with basically nothing in it, huh? Oh boy, 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 boy. Oh, he got me in the air. I'm gonna ask you to calm down for a moment. Oh, they cannot take a hit. He is not the big boy. something. Tears ahead. Big pot, but there's a big hole in the middle, it seems. So it seems inaccessible. Unless that's shallow water down there. That looks like a boss gate. Hard to tell, everything's kind of got a golden glow to it. Boop. Oh! And here I'm trying to spot whether or not you're hiding behind the walls and stuff. I guess it's fitting I've got a scythe. That seems like a bad idea. That seems like way too long of a fall for what I'm here for. Whoop! Big weapon. Ow. Oh, that did not stun him and then I almost died. Oh, he's got fire! But I've got brain! Haha! Wow, he took a lot of hits and never got stunned. Oop, right. The clumsiness of trying to break skeletons you've beaten already is very funny. It reminds me of dealing with like crystal lizards and stuff, where you're just like, please hit. I don't have much time. I really need this hits to land. That fall will kill me to death. Everyone makes incel jokes at cliffs in this game. It just kind of seems sad. Just sitting here like, please get stunned, please get stunned, please get stunned. Oh, there they are. Oh, big boom. Oh, it's an Andrew skeleton. Stop it. That kill took more confirmations than expected. Ugh. There's an up and a down direction. This one's messy. Oh no. Nar, thank you. A lava worm. Speaking of recycled boss fights. Let's see if I can reach the thing first. Everywhere you go, there's two messages over and over again. Look, it's a secret. Just kid. Nope. Never mind. That was a subversion of expectations. I was commenting on how everywhere you go, there's a guy who's like, "Look, it's a secret. It's a illusory wall." And right in front of it is another message like, "That guy's lying." And then there's a third message sometimes like, "No, seriously, the first guy's right." Brave word bracelets. This is the bracelets. There isn't even an item over there to taunt you over, so I think this is just a hole. No liar ahead. Time for jumping off. Liar ahead, no liar ahead. See, it's the thing I just said. There'll be some ass like, "No, seriously, believe him, it's great. You'll have a great time if you jump in the hole. Trust me." Would I lie to you? Again? Nah, never. That'd be crazy if I lied to you. Who would do that? Can I have a summon, please? I'm not gonna get a summon, am I? No, don't get stuck on rocks. Don't get stuck on rocks. Don't get. Ow! Holy shit! I'm literally running the whole time and I can't get past him. Whee! Okay, fuck that guy. Oh, I'm just here now. What did I even pick up? Smithing stones? I don't want to. Magma worms suck. I don't want to fight a magma worm. That's what's hiding at the bottom of this thing. I'm already low on heals. I'm amused by the positioning of the hole because it's like they want you to just make a run for it, then hop out. Yeah, if that's all that's here, I don't know. Maybe he drops a useful resource or something, but a magma one's gonna be rough. All that lava. He just charged me and I couldn't like seem to get away out of the way of the attack when I was running out of the way the whole time. Do feel like I'm just gonna fall apart. Let's see. Great. Let me back out of here. There we go. Whew, time for a break.